Ready? Play.
I've been practicing here for a couple of days already. I also had like 2 days off, so I feel pretty fresh and ready to compete.
Okay, good question. How did you spend your 2 days off?
Well, one was in Malibu. It was amazing. Just shopping, beach, oyster bar, and the one today more chilled, just on the pool. So pretty fun. That's the most important question.
Cynthia was the first time that the WTA had two 1,000 events in the world. I wonder what kind of future might be tired and demanding for you physically. I was wondering if you can compare those two 1,000 events slam you played in Germany. What is the similarities in terms of physical demand and concentration and everything, and the change in conditions?
Comparing Dubai Doha to Australian Open?
Yes, how you approach that and
Well,
different?
everything was different. The surface was different, the weather conditions as well, because in Doha and Dubai we mostly played in pretty cold conditions, compared to other places on tour. We played mostly every day, so we were in, this kind of different rhythm. You don't have that on Grand Slam. So, these tournaments in Doha and Dubai, I like them because they're pretty calm. There is not much going on, Obviously, they're really important, but for example, here you have all these, sponsorships, all these obligations you have to fulfill. But there it's pretty, you can just focus on tennis and working, and I really like that. It's really comfortable. So these are the differences. But yeah, for sure, these tournaments are demanding physically because honestly, from first rounds you can play against top players. Right now on WTA, the draw is so packed, that you can play with, defending champions in first rounds or Grand Slam winners in first rounds. So for sure you have to just stay on your toes and be ready, and playing all these matches in a row and having just like 2 days off, one for travel and one for practice between Doha and Dubai is hard. But I'm happy, with winning and having a semi-final because I think I coped with it, pretty well. Obviously I would love to, play better in Dubai, but I think I gave maximum and I wasn't able to, play at the same level for all 10 matches in a row. So I'm fine with it. I accepted that, and I think we will gonna have to accept that if the schedule is so packed.
Great. I know it's not quite court season yet, but talk a little bit about your learning curve with sliding, hitting the ball, and when you first started to feel comfortable in that setting that we see now all the time.
Okay.
Yes.
I always felt comfortable on clay. Well, this was my favorite surface. I was raised on it. I played in summer on clay and winter on clay. So I wouldn't say there was any, learning process because I just, that was my game style, and I always used slides to, stop before the shot. So I just needed to obviously sometimes work on it, but I don't recall, having many practices in terms of the footwork on clay because it was always pretty natural for me.
Hi. Piggybacking on the question about the packed schedule of the tour, how are you approaching this Olympic year? How are you planning to include your prep in what is already a packed schedule?
Honestly, that's a great question because I have people in my team like telling me that maybe in the future it's gonna be smarter to become this kind of player that is missing some tournaments but really focusing on the important ones and really scheduling your calendar in a way that you're not rushing to get points or everything, but you're really doing it step by step and like some of the top players, older and more experienced ones. So I'm still kind of thinking about it, but I'm at this stage that I want to play everything, especially the tournaments that I know some year felt really comfortable at. So yeah, for sure before Olympics it would be hard for me to decide that I'm gonna miss this one, just to stay fresh and have a proper time of recovery. So we'll see, but if it's gonna be necessary, we may do that. But for sure, I want to be ready for Olympics, and it's an important tournament. But on the other hand, you have many chances in tennis here. I would love to perform well there, but I'm trying not to put too much pressure on myself.
Do you have any thoughts about Saudi Arabia and the WTA and the relationship between the two, and how you feel about playing them?
Well, I was always in this group of players that said that it would be nice to have finals in Europe, but we're still waiting for the decisions. We don't really, as players, have much impact on where the finals are going to be held, so it's just better for you guys to direct these questions to WTA if you have a chance, because they know they have all the information up to date, and I already kind of stopped being in the loop every day, because there's been so much information and rumors as well, that I just want to stay focused on where I am right now.
Iga, how are you?
Good, how are you?
You mentioned there might come a time in the future where you would kind of periodize more and play less events like maybe Serena did and other top players have done. How come you're not ready to do something like that right now if you think that it would benefit you?
Well, I don't, because these are the voices in my team that are, telling me that, but I'm still, I feel like I can play a lot, and I can handle it, so I want to just, try, and I don't want to miss any opportunities. So, but I think it's gonna, if I'm gonna get smarter, it's gonna come with experience, and I'll be able to make these kind of decisions. But for now, when we talked about it, we realized that I really like all these tournaments that are being held right now, and especially later on clay as well. So I wouldn't feel comfortable, missing any of these events, honestly.
Okay, Robbie, then we'll take one more.
Iga, question on the draw, if I can. Have you seen the draw and the fact that you could face Daniil?
I'm not. Oh, you mean the first match?
First match.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Either Erica or Daniil. If it is Daniil again, I mean, you just met at the Australian Open, so what did you think of when you saw that for the draw?
Well, that is funny that there are so many players, and we didn't play many tournaments this year, but there's a possibility I'm gonna face Daniil again. But on the other hand, it doesn't really matter if I want to play well in this tournament. You have to win against players that are really good, and Daniil is one of them. So I'll just be ready. I still have a couple of days, so I'm not really thinking about that yet. I'm not in that match bubble, so for sure I'll prepare and I'll be ready, and we'll see. But I didn't see the rest of the draw, so don't spoil it for me, please.
Okay, last one in English.
Hi, switching to the tournament, which has been voted as a player's favorite last album. So, what do you think makes this tournament so special?
I think we are really well taken care of, but honestly, maybe I'm not objective because I'm one of the top players, and I don't know how others are treated, but for sure the atmosphere. When I came here for the first time, I was really struck that there's this whole vibe here where everybody is just really motivated and focused on practicing, and they're staying even after they finish the tournament to practice here, because it's just really comfortable, and we have everything we need here, and the fans, they're with us when we even warm up, which is pretty cool, and it just makes this tournament pretty special.
I don't think we have any Polish. No? Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. See you.
Yes.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.